spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Today, join us for the thrilling steamrolling action in the 5th Annual World Rolling Championship. Sponsored by the Acme Steamroller Company, the favored roller of coyotes everywhere. Acme Steamrollers are built to last. And Natter Steamrollers, steamrolling towards progress. At Natter, it's smooth roads ahead. Welcome to Mike's Gaming Gala. I'm Mike, and this week we're looking at David Rolf's Steamroller for the Intellivision, published by Electronite. Steamroller comes in a nice gatefold box with a manual, 2 overlays, and a new injection molded cartridge. This was my members' choice for review this month, and actually it's the first game that I did voices for. So we know that the IntelliVoice support's good, but how does the game measure up? After the splash screen, we get a title screen with 2 options, the number of players, 1 or 2, and the skill level with 3 being easy and 4 being hard. If you play a 2-player game, you compete against each other. Otherwise, you play against a computer-controlled opponent. Pressing enter then starts the fun. Steamroller is actually a port of an unreleased game that David Rolf released for the ColecoVision in 1984 while under contract with Activision. Sadly, the gaming market at the time was in full depression, so it never saw the light of day. Until now. In Steamroller, you compete for points on a maze of roadways, bridges, and tunnels. At the top of the playfield is the home base for both the blue and red players, along with how many lives they have left and their score. At the left of the screen, near the bottom, is the stage that you're on. You control your Steamroller with the disc, but unlike other games where you can just wheel around at will, this is a big piece of machinery. If at any time you want to make an about face, you have to stop first using one of the action buttons. Once stopped, you can resume movement in any direction. This can definitely take some getting used to, but you'll have to master it in order to do well. Now, as for how you get those points, saddle up, because this is going to get a bit weird. All throughout the maze are bouncing beach balls. They start off green, but as each level starts, one will turn blue and one will turn red. These beach balls can be run over to collect points. You get 20 points for running over your opponent's color, and 50 points for running over the ball that's your color. Once either color is run over, one of the remaining green balls will change to replace it. Running over beach balls when they're green has no effect. They'll squish, but remain in the playfield. Rinse and repeat until all of the balls are gone in order to advance to the next stage. Of course, it's not that simple though. All these beach balls bouncing around are apparently bad for the roads. Yes, the mortal enemy of pavement everywhere is a bunch of glorified balloons. Anyway, all this bouncing around causes damage, and as you're playing, you'll notice holes starting to form on the track. If you run over these holes before they're fully formed, you'll repair them. However, if they're allowed to fester and become full-on manholes, they start flashing and you'll no longer be able to fix them. When this happens, they're not a direct danger to you. You can still drive over them. However, they pose a great danger in that if a beach ball runs into one of these, they transform into a bomb. Don't ask. Just roll with it. Yes, any beach ball that hits a manhole turns into a bomb. Once this happens, they're no longer harmless. They'll become these black bouncing bombs and they are deadly. After a while, these bombs will self-detonate, but it's not a quick fuse, so it's best to just avoid them altogether. Hit a bomb or collide with the opposing steamroller, and your steamroller will be destroyed, regenerating in the top corner. There's another way to die though. At the end of each stage, once all the viable beach balls are gone, a black curtain will descend on the playfield. When this happens, you'll have to escape at one of the bottom 2 corners, as marked by the arrows. If you fail to make it, the black curtain will destroy you. If you have your IntelliVoice plugged in, you'll hear the announcer shout, "Get out of there!" as an added reminder to move. It really pays to keep an eye on when this is about to happen. If the last beach ball is way up top or about to hit a manhole, just hang out down by the exit. It's not worth grabbing if it'll trap you in a spot that won't allow you to escape. To make things worse, when you're playing the AI opponent, I swear they play defense on the escape. The AI doesn't have to worry about losing lives, as they just keep playing as long as you do. So I don't blame them, but damn dude, not cool. Steamroller can get pretty frantic at times, but not everything out there is trying to kill you. There are several bonus items and even power-ups that you can get. At various points in your gameplay, you'll see a variety of different things pop up on the track. First are numbers, ranging from 10 to 100. These are simply bonus points. Driving over them will add that number of points to your score. Keys are important items to grab. Each key you pick up gives you an extra life, meaning that you can play longer and get more points. Then there are 3 different power-ups that you can get: the Bomb Killer, the Manhole Killer, and the Steamroller Killer. These are pretty self-explanatory in that when you grab them, you will have a short period of time where colliding with the named item will destroy it. The Bomb Killer allows you to destroy bombs. The Manhole Killer eliminates manholes, and the Steamroller Killer allows you to destroy your opponent. A particularly nasty one when playing with a friend. Using these to destroy their respective objects will also add to your score. You get 100 points for picking them up, 100 points for destroying a manhole, 200 points for destroying a bomb, and a whopping 500 points for destroying your opponent. Once both players lose all their lives, anyone with a score that would make the high score list will be prompted to enter their name for eternal glory. Unless, of course, you hold the clear button on your controller when starting your system. That clears the high score list, possibly to erase the shame of your losing ways. And that's David Rolf's Steamroller for the Intellivision. So what did I think? Whether you're playing on your own or with a friend, Steamroller is a blast. It can be chaotic for sure, but it never feels overwhelming. There's also enough strategy here that it doesn't feel like it's simply a mad dash. You need to watch where you're going and look out for where you can get the most points possible without putting yourself in too much danger. In fact, the black curtain at the end of each stage surprisingly adds a lot, as you'll really have to think about your endgame. This one is great, simple fun. I highly recommend it, and remember, play it with your IntelliVoice to hear my voice acting debut. Thank you for watching my video, I hope you liked it, and thank you so much to my channel members for choosing this one for me to review this month. If you want to get in on the vote, click that join button on your screen. We've got 3 different levels of membership, and all of them are a huge help to keep me doing what I do. As always, my contact info is in the description, and we'll see you next time on Mike's Gaming Gala.